In the next few minutes, I'll show you the cheapest and easiest way that I found to create your AI agent on N8N using Twilio and YCloud. Now you'll be able to create an agent like this one we have over here, or this one that's a bit more complex, within literally just minutes. So without further ado, let's get into it. Before diving into N8N, we need to set up two quick things. First, our phone number that we want to use on WhatsApp. Now, if you don't already have a phone number, then you'll need to buy one, and we'll go over how to do so on Twilio. And secondly, we need to have our WhatsApp API provider. Now, first, we'll set up the phone number. Now, you can just go over to twilio.com and create your account in case you don't already have one. Once you've done that, you can just go over here to phone numbers, manage, and then just click on buy a number. Now on here you'll get all the different numbers that you can purchase, and it's important that for our purposes you have the voice feature enabled. So as long as it has this phone icon here, it works. Now once you found the number you like, you just click on buy, scroll down and click buy, and you'll have the number right next to it. I've already done this, and so the phone number I've purchased for this tutorial is over here. Now, before diving into how to set up the WhatsApp API, since Twilio doesn't generally allow to receive one-time codes or passwords, and we need to receive that in order to link this number to our Facebook account or our Meta Business Manager account, we'll need to create a bit of a workaround around this. And so for this purpose, you just go over here on the search bar on Twilio and type in 2ml bin. Let's search it up, 2ml bin, and click on create 2ml bin. Now there is some code that it will forward the code that we receive on the number that we just purchased, and just forward that code to our personal phone number. So we can call this call forwarding, and in here you'll need to type in this code I have right here, and you'll need to include your target number, so your personal phone number where you will receive the call in that section. You can just type it like that, include the country code and no spaces at all. And so once you have that set up, you can just click on create, and that's it. Now I'll also leave the code for this script in the description in case you don't want to write it yourself. But once this is set up, we can go over to our active numbers and link this script to the phone that we just purchased. Alright, now within our active numbers, we'll just click on the phone we purchased, and inside the configure tab, we can just scroll down to voice configuration, and when a call comes in, we're gonna select a 2ml bin and select the one we just created. Now, once that's done, we can just scroll down, click on save configuration, and that's it. Now that this whole Twilio setup is done, we can head over to our WhatsApp API provider. In our case, we'll be using YCloud, which is cheaper than Twilio because Twilio charges per message on WhatsApp that you receive and that you send. Whilst YCloud doesn't charge anything, you only need to pay for whatever Meta's rates for messages are at the moment. And it varies depending on the message type and the country, so I'll leave a link in the description down below with all the different countries and costs for WhatsApp, so you can check for yourself. So just head over to ycloud.com. Again, all of the links will be in the description below. And once you're in there, just create your account if you don't have one already. And you'll need to go over here on WhatsApp Manager, click on WhatsApp account. You'll need to link your own WhatsApp business account. So link it to your Meta business, all that stuff. They'll guide you through the process, and once that is done, you'll just need to click right here on add a WhatsApp business number. You can just click on that, give it a sample name. Needs to be personalized, otherwise it will be rejected by Meta. So I don't know, be creative. So in my case, I'll just go with this one, and category, let's go with education, and we don't really need a business description. You can just click on next. Then in here, we select the country code, my case, the United States, and we'll go ahead and copy and paste the phone number over here. There we go, and click on next. And so once that's done, just close that up, refresh over here, and you'll have your new phone number. There we go. So now we'll get our phone number here. Now, YCloud, even though it's cheaper, can be not as well working as Twilio is. So you can also do all of this stuff within Meta's WhatsApp Manager. All right, this is the Meta WhatsApp Manager. Now, if we click on our phone number here, we can go ahead and verify it. So we can go over to profile and then send verification code. We can request a phone call, and we click on next. And now we should get our phone call over here. There we go.
Verification code is 273410. Your verification.
There we go. Works. Super good way to get around the whole Twilio limits for one-time passwords. Now again, the WhatsApp Manager link for Meta will be linked in the description. It's just easier to use than YCloud. Now, as you can see, we don't have any verification requests here on our Meta platform, and you can add the whatever profile picture you want to add, and also edit the display name. Now, if we go over to YCloud again, we'll continue with the setup. So after you verified your phone number with Meta, it may take 2 to 5 minutes until it shows up on YCloud. Now, in case it still doesn't show up after that time, just clear the cookies, log back in, and it should be verified. And so now we're basically almost done with the phone setup process, and we can get started with the actual N8N automations. So we go over to our N8N instance. Now, if you don't have it set up on your end, I'll leave a link in the description on how you can set it up and host it yourself super easily for just $5 per month. It's what I do. I host it on Railway, and it works very well for me. So we can just go in here, click on create a workflow, and we'll get started with the actual automation. So first things first, we'll just create a webhook as the trigger, and with it, we'll receive all of our WhatsApp messages. Let's set it as post, and we'll copy our test URL for now. Then we'll go over to YCloud, click on developers over here, click on webhooks, and click on add endpoints. And we'll go ahead and add our endpoint over here, a description, and enable the WhatsApp endpoints that we want. Now, in our case, we really only need the message sent and message received. So here we go, this one, and well, that's it, because we're only gonna get triggered once we receive a message. Then we click on confirm, and that's our webhook created. Now we go ahead and activate it. Okay, now back in N8N, now our YCloud is connected to our workflow. So whenever we actually add the phone number that we purchased as a WhatsApp contact and send it a message, I'll do that now, and click here on listen for test event. We send the message, and we should get over here, there we go, our output from the message that we sent, so we know that it's working and it's linked. Now we need to click here on add, click on data transformation, click on edit fields, then over here, click on JSON, and over here, switch to expression and paste in this little piece of code. Don't worry much about it. I'll leave the entire workflow linked in the description, so you don't have to go over all this, but in case you're interested, I'll go over the process of how to set it up. So in here, we'll need to go ahead and put the phone number, and we'll be using that to identify each user. So let's type in here from, there we go, and as the message, we got it over here, there we go. And once this is done, we can keep going and actually create our AI agent. Click on here. Quick plug, if you're a business and you don't want to deal with this whole setup process, or you want to find other ways to implement AI into your business, you can book a call for free with a link in the description. Now in here, you don't really need to touch anything. I would recommend to add a system prompt. In my case, I'll just copy paste one that I already have. I'll put it over here. It's supposed to be sort of a LinkedIn content assistant. And then we can just go over here, select our chat model. In my case, I will use Anthropic. Now you'll need to link this to your Anthropic account or whichever LLM provider you choose to use. If you don't have your credentials added, just click on create new credential and enter your information over here. I'll close this since I have mine right here. And now we'll stick to Cloud. I do recommend going with a smaller model. Let's go with, for example, Sonnet 3.5 or Haiku even, because agents do tend to think a lot, and the more they think, the more time they take. So choosing a smaller model just makes it much quicker to reply. And then in here, you can add whichever tools you may want to add. For this purpose, I'll just create a quick Airtable connection to allow the agent to look into the latest records that I have on my Airtable. And so here, let's add monthly, and let's use. Now that we've connected Airtable, you can connect whatever tool you want to use. We need to set up a code module here, and we'll paste in some kind of messy code. You really need to understand it, but overall what it does is, since WhatsApp limits the amount of words or characters that you can use, it splits it into different messages in case it exceeds that limit, and it also formats it perfectly so that you can then send this message back to our WhatsApp API provider and get it on your phone number or the user's phone number. And so once we have this code module, we just add an HTTP request, and what we'll do is set up this request so that we send the reply that we generated. We need to set up this hook. Do that as post, use this URL, authentication to none, then the headers will need to set two headers. Now, one is the content type, we'll need to set it to application./JSON, sorry. Then another one that's gonna be x/API/key, and then here you will put in your API key. Now, in order to get this, we'll head back to YCloud. Again, click on developers, click on API key, and you can just create your own API. Now, if it allows, there you go, add API. We'll just name this test key, click OK. And then view that, copy it, paste it over here. And now we'll click on send body, say it as JSON, and then using JSON. And we can just paste, click on expression and paste this over here. Now this will send a text from the phone number that we have set up. In this case, we get this automatically from our initial webhook. And two, it's gonna be the initial message sender. We can just drag this over here, there we go. And the text is gonna be the output. And that's it. Now we can go ahead and save this, activate it, and let's actually give it a test. So click on execute workflow. I'm gonna go ahead and send the message. I'm just gonna say hi. And as you can see, we got the message, it's being processed by the agent. The LLM is crafting the the message, and we'll get it back in just a second. There we go, we got the message back, and that's it. Now this is a very simple setup. There's not that much to it, but I just wanted to keep it simple for the tutorial. And one thing I forgot to add, it's our window buffer memory here. So we can just add this, there we go. And now what it will do is it will treat each different number that messages our agent as a different user, and each user will have its own message history and all of that. That's automatically managed by N8N. But now let's go ahead and look into the more complex scenario. All right, over here, it's the other scenario. Now, what do we change here? In this case, we'll go ahead and receive the message, then we check on our Airtable database if the user is authorized or not. If it is, then we go ahead and process the message as normal. If not, we send back a reply saying, sorry, we cannot process the message, you're not authorized, you're not a user. Then it gets processed by the agent if the user is actually authorized. And in case everything goes as planned, we go ahead and craft the reply and send it back. If something fails on the agent, maybe the APIs are down, maybe something breaks, whatever happens, it goes through this path over here. And what this does, basically, it just says, sorry, something went wrong, and it updates our chat memory so that if the user sends another message, we have in our memory that something went wrong and the AI is aware of that. I'll also leave this in the description. You'll need to link it to your table and do all of that stuff on your own, but hopefully it helps with the whole setup process. And that's everything. Now, once you're happy with your setup and you want to put it into actual production, you can just click on save, and we'll need to use our production webhook. Now, as you can see, the only difference really is that over here, this webhook has a /test, this one doesn't. So if we go back to our YCloud, go to our webhooks, we can just edit this to remove the test, click on confirm, and then we can use it as production. So now let's go ahead and give this workflow a test. We'll activate it. And as I said, what it does is basically a LinkedIn content agent assistant that has access to all of your content. In this case, I have it on Airtable, and it can suggest different ideas and actually interact with your dashboard. So let's open up WhatsApp, and let's open up the Airtable where I have all of the different LinkedIn content ideas. Now this is the Airtable. It's organized Kanban style. And here we have our WhatsApp contact. We can say hi, and we'll get a reply back. Now this, again, since it's an agent, it reaches for a while. It may take some time until it replies, but we have it. Now, this is very cool because it has access to all of our information from Airtable. So you can, in my case, have all of your niche, your core offer, your latest posts, all of that stuff. You can know that and suggest new posts or new ideas based on that. So in my case, let's say, hey, I need some help coming up with content ideas. Now I'll go ahead and suggest some unique ideas based on my post history. And from those ideas, I can actually choose the ones I like the most and send them to my dashboard. There we go. We have 5 different ideas right here. And let's say I like, I like 4 and 5. Please send them to the dashboard. We click enter, and now we can head back here, and it'll automatically populate the new ideas here, which is super cool because it's all automated, and you don't even have to come up with the ideas yourself, which is also kind of sad, but it's cool nonetheless. So as you can see, great, I've successfully sent both ideas to your dashboard. Now we can refresh the dashboard. There we go. We have our 2 new ideas over here. And this is a whole separate system. This creates ideas, this creates actual full LinkedIn posts based on your content ideas. And that's it. Again, all of the resources are in the description below, as well as all the different links for all the stuff that we used. And lastly, if you're a business and you don't want to deal with this whole setup process, but you want something like this implemented, or maybe you want to discover other ways to implement AI, you can go ahead and book a call for free in the link below. in the description as well. Everything is on the description, and that's everything. Leave a like, subscribe, whatever you want. I'll see you on the next one.